What's up? What's up? What's up? How we doing? How we doing? What's the deal? What is the deal? Well, let me make myself not be so damn crackerish. There we go. All right, that's better. Less Oh, I feel like I look. This might be better actually. Maybe I'll leave it like this. Fuck it. All right. Merry fucking Christmas. A lot of work today. If you ask me, Christmas was a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me. What's up, people? Talk to me. What do we got? We got none of my regulars. There he is. What's up, Joaquin? Joaquin Phoenix. Anthony, what up? What up? What up? Anthony, you made it. Welcome. Maybe you'll see the other Anthony come in. Am I the only one who feels like I'm glad it's over? That shit is a lot of work. Triggering as fuck for those of us who had shitty Christmases and childhoods. Expensive. Draining. The one thing I'll say is my wife loves Christmas, so I like seeing her happy, and of course my kids. So it's dope giving them what I never had. But it's hard to sit there and be like, here's your fucking... My kids literally tonight got more gifts in this one Christmas, literally, than I got my entire childhood. They got more gifts, like 1 for 1 or whatever. Literally got more gifts. I told my son that. He's funny. I go, you get more gifts in one Christmas I get my whole childhood. He goes, oh, that's kind of sad. And he didn't say it like a dick. He said it like really realizing how fucked up that is. Right. And then, Anthony, the food. Tons of cooking. I'm out. And when I mean work, it's not just wrapping the gifts, unwrapping them. It's cooking, cleaning up, buying the fucking food. The shit is fucked up. These kids are spoiled, but I guess I'd rather have them be like, hold on, I'm trying to, hope it doesn't go up any further. Okay. I'd rather have them have a good childhood than have a shitty one. But this shit, I'm done. I'm tired. I woke up too early. Forget about it. So I'm glad it's over. But, I bet you when we get older and the kids are all grown up, we're going to be like, oh man, I miss those days. So, double-edged sword. Elf on the Shelf for my 8-year-old was exhausting. I forget what Elf on the Shelf means. What the fuck does that mean? I've heard of it. I don't remember what it means. But, my son got he got this toy gun. This shit's like a real gun, except the bullets are obviously foam. But they're even in a case. It's like a plastic casing, and then the bullet that shoots out's foam. The way you like, I don't know shit about guns, but the way you clock it back and put the magazine in, that's what it's called, right? The clips, the magazine or whatever, the clip. Each bullet, it's crazy real. It's all about the kids. But, my wife loves it. She relives her childhood every Christmas. So some adults like it too, Merry Christmas, Marco. Shout out to the Boxing Boys, Two-Tone, and the Yams. Well, Two-Tone ain't in here, but shout out. Yeah, man. Jimmy, what's up? Merry Christmas, people. So we went out to eat Chinese food last night, right? And we do a Christmas Eve where we either cook or go out. We've been going out lately, right? And then we came home, watched a movie. And then tonight we do the presents in the morning, and then we had a couple family members come over. We don't have a lot of family members. Like, the main ones that I like chilling with are out of town. So, Anthony, there's the other Anthony. Anthony, see what I'm talking about? Look, Anthony, we got a new Anthony. Boom. Boom. They're the Anthonys. The two Antonies. Um, yeah, so the shit was, like, fucking draining. Mad draining. I wanna get to a point where the Christmas like, I thought we're supposed to remember when we're kids and we had shitty Christmases, like, those of you who had bad Christmases like I did as a kid? You like, "Yo, I can't wait till I'm married, till I have my own kids, I'm gonna give them the dope shit." And you think all that, and here it comes, and the shit is still as upsetting for me as it was when I was younger. Seeing your kids happy, okay. You know what I mean? It's weird, but I'm glad the kids are happy at least, and I'm trying to make the wife happy. It's rough. It's rough. My fam too crazy to enjoy Christmas. There you go. Feliz Navidad. What up, Mexican G? Merry Christmas, Superman. Yeah, man. I mean, so you know what it is? I like the holidays. Like I love Thanksgiving and Christmas if I don't have to do shit. Like if we had like I don't know, I had an uncle or a brother or a cousin that I'm real close to, right? And we go to their crib and they have a big crib and everybody comes over and they cater. So I just have to show up, hand a couple presents, eat, and bounce. Those are the Thanksgivings and the Christmases I love the most. Like, no pressure. Just you go, you don't have to think about shit but having fun, you know, socializing, catching up with family, with people, good food. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what those are the ones that I like doing. But when I host the shit, and I usually fucking it yeah. Elf on the Shelf reports to Santa if you've been naughty or nice and you move the doll somewhere different every night. I heard of that, but I'm not familiar with it. Not trying to brag, but I don't remember too many bad Christmases. My parents always That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I had no father growing up, really. He didn't come in my life till I was like a teenager later. And even then, in and out. But, and my mother is an immigrant from Bulgaria, from a communist third world country. So she didn't celebrate any of that shit. And my father was an only child, so he had no relatives in America. My mother is Bulgarian, so all my relatives on that side are there. So, long story short, I had no relatives. All I had growing up was a first cousin who lived in Bulgaria. That was the closest relative I had. No brother. I'm an only child. Nothing. So I would just sit in my fucking Hell's Kitchen apartment, dolo. My mother wouldn't even celebrate it most of the time, or put up some little bullshit tree this big. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, mine were all. I just couldn't wait for them to be over. That's like when you get conditioned as a child, it is hard. I just couldn't wait for them to be over when I was younger. Same thing with Thanksgiving. That she was just as depressed as me and my mom's, and she wouldn't even do anything for it most of the time. So we have barbecue every time for lunch, dinner. That's dope. That was dope. I was watching my man Shannon Briggs. He does a Italian Christmas, so he made all Italian food, like eggplant parm, stuffed clams casino, all that stuff. And I swore I'd break the cycle, and I did. I did break the cycle as an adult because my kids are having great Christmases. I'm just struggling inside with like this is dope and ugh. You know what I mean? It's just painful and dope at the same time. And I thought it would be. Do you guys agree? When you were younger, you thought when you got older it would be different. You thought, "Fuck it, my shit is, it's awful. My Christmas is bad, but when I have my own family, it's gonna be the dopest shit. I'm gonna appreciate it." Didn't you guys? Is it just me? And then it comes and it's like, yeah, partially I do. It's dope and I appreciate it, but the other part of me is like, ugh. And times are tough right now. For not only for me but for the whole country because of the inflation. So it's like you can't even feel happy dropping mad loot on shit because you're like, you know, being thrifty if you can. When your my uncle sparked my other uncle for messing the meat up. Sparked like shot him or spark like punched him. Good on you for doing that. Yeah, thank you. I have to. I want to do right for the kids. They love it, and they don't. And then I have to stop myself from getting triggered, right? Because like I remember I asked my son today, like we asked him something like, "Get up and put away all there was tons of wrapping paper," and he was like, "Oh," and he started giving me. I'm like, you better throw that fucking wrapping paper away. Like, do you know all the shit you just got? And you can't just throw away wrapping paper without fucking questioning it. Like, and and then there's those things. And then he listens. He's a good kid, but his first reaction is like, oh, like, I'm like, and I'm coming from my brain. Like, I would have given anything to have all these presents. So I would have done anything you asked me. But then I think, you know what? I'm glad he doesn't have my brain. I'm glad he didn't grow up with that shit. It's good that he didn't grow up having nothing. You know what I mean? And I'd rather him, and we teach him. We don't let it slide. Like, we don't let him be a brat. But it's like, you got to hold those triggers back too. Like, you better fucking pick up that wrapping paper before I Ryan Garcia you. I don't even know what that would mean. I can think of 30 heavyweights that are better than Alexander Usyk. 30? Damn. Got a big heart. Thanks. I remember getting laser tag and oh shit. I remember getting laser tag once. I got one. I literally got no presents. It wasn't 87. I got that shit. Oh yeah, it was. That was the only present I got. Yep. What's up, Sanction Boss? Yeah. Merry Christmas and all. A great birth. Birth of Jesus, you mean? I'm assuming that's what you mean. Rolling with the punches. What's up? Yeah, man. So, that was dope. My wife got me a desk for my studio. So the goal is for me to start doing these lives with my belts behind me, like to do it all live, do all my content from the area where I do my videos to make it more professional. Although I gotta be honest, I kind of like having a fucking bed. I'm in my bed right now, but a bed or a couch behind me or whatever. So that's gonna. Oh, and it's a motorized desk. Goes up and down because when I'm doing the videos, I gotta have it go low so it doesn't block me. And then when I'm talking to you guys, I gotta have the desk low. So yeah, so that's a cool gift. But I didn't get any boxing shit because I'm getting all my boxing shit free now. I'm getting sponsored by a lot of companies. So that's that. All right. So what do we got? What do we got, people? I'm about to get my Hamza ish and lecture y'all about this pagan holiday. Oh shit. Funny enough, I was watching your shorts when I was at my which one? Yo, did you guys see? So I dropped my Charles Barkley short, right? 2 days old. It's already at like I think 700,000. Like, I'm gonna crack 1 million on that bitch. I'm gonna crack 1 milli. And I just re-released my short of me hitting the breaking the record on the punch machine. The couch is your brand. That's what I'm saying. But when you see my videos, I don't have this background. Like, that has to look professional. But I'm gonna start doing basketball videos too now. So like, why do I have belts behind me? Although everything so far has been fighting, I think I'm gonna do videos that aren't even fighting. Like, I think of doing a video. What do you guys think of this? The most disrespectful dunks. Like, for example, Vince Carter dunk in the Olympics, right? Like, just do like 3 or 4 of those. And, put it in fighting terms, like flushes it down his face, like, a Mike Tyson body uppercut combo or whatever I say. I'm thinking of doing that because there's just so much fighting I can do in basketball. You know what I mean? There's hard fouls, but, I guess I could do that. But that's Clarissa Shields movie. I know. Did you see anybody see it? Do I remember my first viral video? Yes, I kind of do. It was defense. It's funny. You guys want me to play my first viral video? Because you're going to see the vast difference. The vast difference. I'll play it. Watch the vast difference in my style. And this one actually has, if I'm not mistaken, the most views out of any video I've ever done. All right, here we go. Reels. All right, there it goes. So here it is. So this is the most videos. This was my first viral one right here. Let's play it. All right, this is my first most viral video ever.
Some of the slickest defensive moves in the history of boxing. Back at it is one of the greatest showmen of all time, Jorge Paez, out of Mexico, a former circus clown turned world champion. Jorge had amazing speed and athleticism, and here you could see that as well as he eludes punches. Here is the best defensive fighter nobody's ever heard of, Nicolino Loche, the Argentinian defensive master. This is one of the most famous sequences in boxing history. Dwight Muhammad Qawi making Leon Spinks, a legend, miss by mocking him and keeping his hands by his waist. Of course, we can't talk about defense without talking about Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, possibly the greatest defensive fighter of all time. And of course, there's the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. He would get in his opponent's minds by making him miss. He would move his head and lean back. Defense is maybe the most important skill to have in boxing. Who do you guys think is some of the best defensive fighters in history? Tell me in the comments. These are
So that was, I believe, my first ever viral video. And that, just so you guys know, that was all off. I was Jay-Z and I was big. Jay-Z and Notorious, all off the top of the dome. I didn't write shit down. I just turned the camera on and spoke. So you see the evolution in the videos, but that's my first viral video, I believe. There's another one too with. Oh, I know the first. No, that's my second. The first one is a different one, but it's similar. Rico, what up? Old school basketball gets more love than but. Oh yeah, way more. Spider Rico says, I'm in this hoe. Okay. As long as you're wearing the glove, no glove, no love. As long as you're bagged up, go in all the hoes you want. So the classics are your best content. Nah, that's just my first viral one. What's up, Robert? Do you take pre-workout powder before these videos, Mark? No. Star is born. Thank you. What's up, Justin? Merry Christmas, Johnny. Wow, that's off a take. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that was just off the dome. All of them I did were off the dome up until, I don't know. A lot of the first ones that went viral were all off the top. What's up, Eddie? My first viral one, I don't want to play it now, but it was a similar one. It was similar to the defense one. It was it was one about showboating. It was about Paez, I believe, talking about how Paez was the biggest showman in boxing. I go before the flashiness of Floyd Mayweather and before the theatrics of guys like Tank, and I show him doing a backflip. We had Jorge Paez. I do that. What up, Lolo? Merry Christmas. Usyk beat Elite 2 heavyweights, very peak. So no, he's an all-time great, but heavyweight. Agreed. Agreed. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Who's talking about my mama? Sorry, that was a really, really bad joke. Gotta start freestyling your content again. Nah. Not nearly as good. What was Sugar Ray Robinson's birth name? Come on. Walker Smith Jr. Get out of here. I think Willie Pep defense is up there. Willie Pep is top 10 greatest fighters who ever lived, in my opinion. Look at his record. That I forget. I should remember the number, but he went like some crazy shit, like 100 wins and like 2 losses or something like that. Haney has Garcia nightmares. He sure does. Usyk beat 2 good heavyweights that would be fringe contenders in the 90s. It's a good point. But again, we got to go with what they do in their era. It's not his fault that that's the best heavyweight division has to offer, Lo. It's not his fault. You think to yourself, how would he fare up against, again, eras, but against a Lennox, against an Evander, a Mike, a Vlad Klitschko? I mean, he just beat easily, not easily at all, barely beat, but he just beat somebody bigger than Vlad, so you can't use the size. But Fury doesn't have that power like Vlad did. If Vlad would connect with one of those straight rights, I don't know if Usyk, and he would connect with at least one. Because, straight rights are kryptonite for southpaws. 129-1. And that loss, who's the loss to? Raging Bull. Here we go. 10 seconds. Besides losing when he was 129-1, he picked up his second loss when he went to 129-2. What was the name of the opponent who beat him? Huge upset. What was the name of the second opponent, which really started the end of Sugar Ray Robinson's era? What was his name? The guy who beat him. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. It was a huge upset. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody got it. Randy Turpin is his name. Randy Turpin. Huge upset. But that started the decline in Sugar Ray, where he started losing. But he was old at that point. I don't know, man. I don't know. Willie Pep on the box record. Yeah. But if you look at him, he lost near the end. At his prime, his record was nuts. 220. I forget what it was. It was something wild. It was like only 2 or 3 losses and like 200 wins. Wild. And was schooling people. Devin Haney is definitely making it. To Uncle Murder. Usyk was on Peds, I believe. All right, well. I hope they don't have a video of me crying for Young Thug. LaMotta. No, LaMotta was the first one. Devin Haney had a tough year. What happened, Lo? Why didn't you answer that? Mr. I got history. Oh, right, because you don't know shit about anything over the 70s, you said. Okay. Because that LaMotta fight was, when was that? 50s, I believe? That was 50s, the Randy Turpin one. Do you think Usyk is top 10? Top 10 what? All time, current, and then we're talking heavyweight, all pound for pound. Be specific, my brother. Fighters in the past had way more experience. That has to count. In terms of what? What you mean? LaMotta beat him 1 out of 6 fights. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Because I say he was 129-1, but that one loss he avenged at that point. He already beat him. Maybe they'd fought 3 or 4 times at that point. So he was like 3-1 against them and beat him bad. That was that famous thing. He couldn't drop him though, but beat his ass like he was trying to buy an 8-ball with Monopoly money. He beat his ass like he came back to Hunts Point with only $5. That's how bad he beat him. Like $5 is Wayne. Matter of fact, I won't do it. He came back to Hunts Point with only $5. He looked at him and he said, "Where is it? Damn it."
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
That's how bad he beat him. Top 10 heavyweight. Current or all time? Come on, be specific, brother. Usyk could compete. I like how you said could. You're like, fuck it. I'm gonna save all the letters. My fingers are tired. Usyk could compete with Ali and might beat him in my honest opinion. You might have a point. Same height, same weight. And people don't want to hear that. People kill me for that because Ali, I believe, was overrated skill-wise. I do. Not as a humanitarian, as a human being, as an influence, but Devin Haney is a soft touch like Rolly. Rolly could punch. I mean, yeah, he's not great. He's not that great of a fighter, but he could punch. He's dangerous still. I need to see and hear more Dev and less Bill. Well, unfortunately, that's his PR. His PR, his free, genetically tied, genetically connected PR is his pop. So that's what you're getting. Marco, you are a 1920s historian. I'm a historian from the Four Kings era and up. Well, first off, get your game up. Google is your friend. It's a book, Low. Pick that shit up. I know they got libraries in Philly because everybody, Low is from Philly, born and raised. He claims Philly. Just hardcore. Low is a Philly dude. Get your game up. First LaMotta fight was in the 40s. Like, okay. Devin, all time. No, I don't. Boss, you know me long enough. You've been going to my lives. I don't place dudes in all-time lists that are still active. When his career's over, we could talk about that. You ask me again. We'll analyze. We'll take all the complete set of data. How are you going to analyze when you don't have a complete set of data? How are you going to get an accurate analysis on something we don't have all the data? Dan Raphael says Usyk is top 10 all time, but not. Okay, good for him. Boxing has evolved, better vitamins during. Yes, that's why I always say you can't compare eras. Evolution. The word evolution falls under an umbrella. Evolution of everything. Genetics. Dudes are bigger. Vitamins. Sports science. Nutrition. All that's evolved. All time, Ali, disagree. Lewis, agree. Lewis. All time, no. I don't put Lennox. Oh, these are heavyweights. Okay, sorry, my bad. Ali, disagree. Lewis, agree. Lewis, agree. Johnson, agree. Foreman, don't agree. Evander, don't agree. Marciano, agree. Holmes, agree. Liston, Tyson, no. So I only agree with maybe half of that list, Low. Not a bad list, though. I'm a New York Philly guy. Nah, you from Philly, son. Nah, I'm fucking with you guys. I mean, I am and I'm not. The dude spends a lot of time, grew up in Philly half the time, but you strike me even more of a New York dude, I'll be honest. Except when you talk boxing. Then you strike me as like you're from Canada. Boxers in the 30s to 80s had more experience and were mean. Nah, Tank Davis is mean as fuck, though. You're right, but not. Tank Davis is mean. Mean as it gets. Gerald McClellan, well, he was the 90s. Mean as it gets. Usyk was retired now. What if he was retired now? Would I put him top 10 heavyweight of all time? No. T.O. name linked to everyone. You think he fights, huh? I used to think that of Ali, but he had good heavy hands too. No, he did not. Very heavy hands, disagreed. And his body swayed. Usyk's a modern day Ali with. Okay. Where Ruiz in that list? Low? Ruiz. That you joking, right? Oh, he's joking. Okay. I was like, Roland, you drunk? You and Low sipping that syrup? Sipping on that Philly syrup? Heavyweights. Joe Louis. Absolutely. He is the best heavyweight who ever lived. Absolutely. Ali. Disagree. Rocky. Tyson, I disagree. Rocky's questionable, Marciano. Questionable. But he should go in there, I believe. Foreman, disagree. Absolutely disagree. Tank cares what nail color he has. Hagler was rated. Tank is tough, but, dudes wear satchels now and paint their nails. I've never seen Tank wear a purse or a satchel or paint his nails. I've never actually seen it, but enough people have said it that I take it as truth. But I've never seen it. Marco, I ain't being weird, but why Roy Jones' arm is bigger than his other arm? Okay, well, first off, that was a beautiful lob you sent me. So let me dunk it. Let me swing on the rim now.
I must have forgot.
Because it's the same thing with me. My left bicep is bigger than my right because as a fighter, they say you lead with your weak hand. That's why I'm a traditional fighter. I'm not a southpaw. So I lead with my weak, which is my left. So think about it in boxing. What arm do you use the most? You use the arm that throws jabs because all the other punches are the same, but jabs are thrown the most and left hooks are thrown the second most because they're leading. They're easier to the target. They're easier to throw without you having to commit. So that's why the lead hand just throws more punches, mainly because of the jab. And then secondary because left hooks are also thrown the second most. But yeah, the jab is the main reason for it. No order. Andy Ruiz, John Ruiz, Butterbean. These Texas girls got jokes. They got jokes. Butterbean was actually pretty good. Actually, if you look at him, his skill wasn't bad. He was just grossly overweight, and they um they boxed him into that 4-rounder shit. But Butterbean was actually a pretty good fighter. Who knows if he would have like actually lost weight and actually fought and got experience doing 10. He fought a 10-rounder like Larry Holmes, and he didn't get tired. Holmes beat him because Holmes was running, and Holmes is just a better fighter, but he didn't get tired fighting a 10-rounder. I'm too harsh on Tank, but he doesn't fight the best. I agree. I don't think it's a heart problem. Nah, that's a promotion, a PR problem. George Foreman winning the heavyweight championship at 45, put him in the top 5. I disagree. To me, winning a major title at and being one of the oldest people to do it doesn't make you an all-time great to me. Because even at that point, Justin, he avoided tons of people. But let's not forget, Michael Moore was beating the shit out of him until he landed one punch. Foreman lost to Tommy Morrison, Shannon Briggs, which I think might have not, but whatever. Foreman lost a bunch of fights. He was not that good. He was better than a lot of other fighters at 45, but he was not the best. Yeah, man, all his fights were pro. LMO, he had very heavy hands. He was just undersized. His fist against Foreman's was not as effective. I don't think he had heavy hands. Matter of fact, Roland, if you see the way Ali punched, he he looped his punches. He didn't get full leverage on him. He was just fast. So when he was younger and he was even faster, it's that whole like the ones you don't see are the ones that drop you. He wasn't a hard puncher though. He wasn't weak. Don't get me wrong, but very heavy hands, I disagree with. Decent puncher, yes, but very heavy hands, no. No, he didn't. Bob Sapp never fought Butterbean. Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee. I don't fucking know, man. I think Ali has better boxing legacy than his skills. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Top fighters nowadays cherry pick. Some do, some don't. Francis Ngannou should come back. I guess. If you say so. I don't give a fuck about no Francis Ngannou. He's the one who started the Fury's downfall. Ever since that fight, Fury has not been looking great. Usyk got to at least clean up the top 10 to be considered an all-time great. Agreed. You think he's an all-time great in general? I can't say that just yet. You talking about the past his prime Foreman? If we judge Roy, I'm talking about both. Because you mentioned him winning a title at 45. To me, and prime Foreman, yeah, he was great. He was one of the hardest punchers and one of the most feared fighters ever. That I'll give him top 3. Top 3 hardest and most feared Foreman, young Foreman. But all-time great? No. 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 A lot of guys I feel like were better and would have beat him. Guys, but yeah, I mean, a guy who went life and death with Ron Lyle, like, come on, because he had a better game plan than Fury. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Wife, oh, did you make soursop?
Yes, I'm gonna go get it.
Okay. Christmas soursop, people. Because he had a better game plan than Fury. Ali resume is ridiculous. Maybe just under Joe Louis. Nah, yo, Jank. Joe Louis held the title for a few months shy of 12 years. 12 years. With one loss to Max Schmeling, who hit him, and which he avenged in a first-round knockout. But come on, nobody could fuck with Joe Louis's heavyweight. Nobody. Now that's pound for pound. If you put Ali in front of Joe Louis, Ali would have fucked Joe Louis up because he was bigger. Joe Louis was 6'1", 215, 205 maybe. You know what I'm saying? He was not a big heavyweight for the standards of anything past the fucking 70s. EJ and Devin never cherry picked. True. Jimmy Young was nice with it. He was just he shouldn't have been a heavyweight. He gave Ali a bit of an ass whooping until Ali caught him. Ali fucking dropped him 7 times, by the way, but Jimmy Young was nice with it, but he was so thin. He was really like a light heavyweight. That was his. If he should have stayed at his own weight class and been one of the greatest ever, not tried to fuck with all these heavyweights and get mashed up. Dude got diced up like a slap chop. 7 knockdowns? He got diced up like a slap chop. I see what you're saying, but I feel like he knew how to carry his weight. Like he punched like Bruce Lee, clinched at the end, and threw it like a baseball. Foreman, you're talking about, right? Now, Foreman, I think about it, and I'm like, Prime Foreman really, I forgot who he lost to. I gotta look at his record, but he had kind of like Wilder. He was away. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Soursop, people. Prime Foreman was a lot like a Wilder. He just had more skill than Wilder. He could throw, he'll knock you out with either hand, but similar. But he could take a punch. So you know what? I'm gonna think about that more. Foreman might be included. Not top 10 though. I don't put him top 10. I never even put him top 20, but I'm eggnogged out. All right. Appreciate this live, of course. Spiderico. say Ali could think faster than his opponents. That's true. I'm not sure he was physically faster or stronger. Yep, agreed. Agreed. And he was faster. He was faster. His reflexes were very good. And his footwork, he was more athletic, agile. Than back then, it was unheard of to see a dude 6'3", 215 dancing the way he danced around the ring. Joe Louis is the most wins over. Yep. He beat Foreman and Lyle and had a draw against Schaefer's. He beat Schaefer's too, though. No. King Julian, you're wrong. He never fought Schaefer's. He never fought Schaefer's. He only fought Lyle. Oh, you're talking about. Who are you talking about? Foreman never fought Schaefer's. He beat Foreman. Are you talking about Ali? Ali didn't have a draw against Schaefer's. Did he? No, he beat Schaefer's. Well, they fought twice, though, didn't they? No, I'm confused. Who are you talking about? Ali. Ali threw with force. Usyk is the number one current heavyweight. That's true. He's definitely the number one. He threw his fist. How are people saying Ali wasn't the GOAT is insane? I'm saying that. So you want to call me insane, Johnny? You know what I'm saying? Step into my office. Look at the competition. Joe Louis was great, but you can't name more. Johnny, a man has no control over who is alive during the time period when he is alive and fighting. Any man who beats everybody, that's what you take. It's not his fault, okay? It's not his fault that Joe Louis didn't have all those people, but he did have some near the end of his career. Jersey Joe Walcott, Ezra Charles. So I disagree with that. My Rico speaking. He always does that. Larry Holmes gets, yes, absolutely. Larry Holmes is in the top 5 greatest heavyweights of all time. Got my son PlayStation 5 for Xmas. So time to get the boxing game's kind of whack, Eddie. And yes, I'm old. I was born in the 70s. Jimmy Young. Oh, Jimmy Young. Ali said Schaefer's was the hardest puncher we ever fought. I know. And Jerry Cooney. He said those two. He stand and bang with the hardest hitters in the planet. Yeah. Usyk could beat Ali. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Step into my office is the whitest thing you've said thus far. Step in my office. Why? Because you're fucking fired. It's from Something About Mary. That would be a heck of a legendary fantasy matchup. I'm Johnny. I'm 56, born in 68. Damn, Eddie, you mad old. 68. Alvarez, I'm 41. 51. Johnny, you're 51? You are not 51. You look younger than me. With your full head of hair. Pendejo. Larry Holmes unfortunately came in during the post-Ali Tyson era, but I'm sorry, Larry Holmes held the belt for 7 years plus. That's the 3rd longest title reign in history. Ali beat Usyk. Maybe. Yep, Something About Mary. That's why I said it. I was quoting a movie. Finally, old people. Yeah, but I look it. Pendejo. Yeah, you don't look it. You don't look it. What's your top 3 greatest heavyweights, please? Joe Louis, number 1. Nobody was as dominant. Nobody went 12 years without losing. You can't fuck with Joe Louis. Jack Johnson, number 2. Jack Johnson was the level of dominance, how he toyed with people, right? Joe Louis, Jack Johnson. The 3rd one, I don't know. Either Larry Holmes or Gene Tunney. Half you people, not half you, I bet you 90% don't know who Gene Tunney is. Larry Holmes or Gene Tunney, I would say 3. Or maybe even, it's tough. Maybe Lennox. That's a tough one. The 3rd one's tough. But Joe Louis, Jack Johnson, easy. No more 13-year-old. I'm waiting for my emo hoe to get to my house. You banging white girls, Spider? You banging white girls? Okay. Well, fuck it. Heavyweights back then fought like welterweights, middleweights. Yeah. Ali Lewis Marciano. You know, Marciano is another one that I forget to put in there. I just feel like skill-wise, he would have got, dudes who boxed bigger than him. Like, he wouldn't have reached Lennox, I don't think. He was just too little. But pound for pound, because when Marciano fought, the average heavyweight was about 6 feet, 6'1" tops. He was 5'10". So maybe Marciano should be third. You're right. And I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you guys are thinking.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass.
But I didn't pull it out my ass. Somebody else did. The Puerto Rican. If Mike Tyson trained Ngannou, he would have the Anthony Joshua fight Ngannou needs. Where do you rate Klitschko? He's held the title for almost 9 years. He has to be up there. He just talk about an era with nobody. He has to be up there. He just has to be. I just don't like him. His style was so boring. And he fouled. He held a lot. And he never got penalized for it. He never left Germany. You know what I'm saying? Like he kept all of the cards. He kept the heavyweight division kind of hostage. No one ain't gonna mention Ezra Charles. I just said Ezra Charles before. Not as one of the greatest, but champ, what did you get me for Christmas? I got you these nuts. Sorry, that wasn't very jolly of me. Emo ho don't mean white, Marco. That's racist. Okay. Well, hey man. I guess it could happen with me too. So
Oh, that's racist.
I thought emos are white people. Isn't emo white people? I thought that was like a white person style. I don't even know what that means. I think it's just like white people were emotional, like depressed. Whiny. That's usually okay. So wait, is emo?
It's a style of music.
Isn't it supposed to be like it's like white music, like Sublime or something, right?
No.
No, or whatever. I don't know, like Smashing Pumpkins or something.
No.
Vladimir or Fury? You got to go with Klitschko. He's just way more dominant, way longer. Who's better? I mean, Fury beat him, but he beat a 40-year-old one version of him. I got Ali as top 3. The names he fought, insane. Frazier, Foreman, Liston, Patterson, Lyle, Shavers. Absolutely. But you forget. Lost to Spinks. Lost to Norton. And lost to Frazier. Lost to 3 of them. Damn, that's how you do me, I see. Just joking. What's up, Jose? Vitali or Vladimir? Vitali was the better fighter, but Vladimir had the better career because he stayed healthy and was able to show and prove. Potential and show and improving are different things. You got to go with show and improving. Shout out to my man, Big Daddy Kane. Time to show and prove. Porter versus Barrios. That's a great one, man. I was literally just thinking about that. And I was thinking so hard. It was really interesting to me. And here's what I came up with.
Oh my God, who the hell cares? Boring.
Johnny tried to get Bam, and you're pretty sure he would. What? Vlad never seen the floor either. What you mean? Vlad was dropped numerous times. We hit the like. Word up. 3 hardest hitting heavyweights. Schaefer's, Foreman, Wilder. Marciano got to be up there, Johnny. Marciano got to be up there. See? People don't give Marciano props. And you know what? Yeah, I said it, and I'll do it again.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass.
But he's got to be up there. Joe Louis has to be up there. You know how many people he knocked silly? He knocked them silly. like they were juggling with a red wig and big shoes. He knocked them that silly. Shit. Jack Johnson was knocking people out. Ridiculous. David Tua, Tyson, so many. Schaefer's, I think, is highly overrated. Schaefer's is a bit of like an old wives. He's like a folklore to people. People love saying, and I'm not trying to shit on you, Johnny, because you're not alone with this. I feel like people love saying Schaefer's because they feel like, oh, I got something people don't know about. Schaefer's. He hit hard. I've seen a lot of fighters hit harder. I'm just saying. Sonny Liston, I feel like, is even a harder puncher than Schaefer's. Vladimir or Holmes? Holmes. That's only a 3-inch height difference. 2-3-inch height difference. He wouldn't be able to do that shit with Holmes as easily. Lean on him, keep the distance. Holmes was so fast. Holmes can make up that 3 inches, that 2-3 inches in reach. And matter of fact, Holmes might have had longer reach. My bad. So that proves my point. They had the same fucking reach. Klitschko and Holmes had the same fucking reach. I got Holmes. Klitschko couldn't use his size advantage on Holmes because Holmes had the same reach and it was way faster. I mean, Vitali, my bad. I forgot what you asked. We are talking top 3? Holmes or Wilder? Holmes. But if Wilder lands it, good night, Easton. Lights will go off in every house in Easton in Easton, PA, if he lands that shot. Holmes was all over those guys. Best jab ever. That deserves a bump. Oh, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm back. At least learned to having Parkinson's after he fought Foreman. I mean, that's something that just developed slowly. It wasn't one fight that did it. Jake Paul versus Briggs. I don't know. Nah, I got Briggs. Briggs is still young enough. Just young enough there. He was just way too big. I know Shannon. I met him in numerous times. It's like my man. That's a big individual. Jake Paul's almost my height, maybe like an inch taller than me. Jake's like, what, 6? Nah, too big. Holmes versus Lennox. Now we're talking, Julian. Now we're talking. That's one for the ages. Holmes wouldn't have the height. I don't even think. Let's see. Lennox Lewis reach. Okay. Lennox Lewis has a reach advantage and a height advantage. Might have and speed slight disadvantage, power advantage, but just not the only main advantage that Lennox has, or that Holmes had a better chin than Lennox. I don't know who would win that one. I don't know. That's such a tough one. I might, if I lean towards Lennox, it's just because eras again. There was nobody in the 70s and 80s that moved the way Lennox did that was 6'6". Holmes didn't ever have to deal with that. Holmes was the one the tallest. He had the height advantage. He had the reach. So, chilling. Briggs won a robbery against Foreman. Yep, that's what they say. Vegano got a title shot for the first fight. He didn't get a title shot. Oh, he did, didn't he? I don't know, man. It's a good question, though. Foreman versus Bacoli. Who wins? Get out of here with that. What's up, Angel? I read that Ali advised to stop fighting during the time since he had some. Yes. What's up? What's up? By the way, Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, senor. Holmes versus Tyson. Well, Julian, that happened. And Mike, was the first and I believe the only person to ever knock out Larry Holmes. Right? I believe Larry Holmes was never knocked out besides Mike. Let's just verify that. 6 losses. He might have later in his career. Let's see. First loss was to Spinks. First 2 were to Spinks. Why is this freezing? Oh, no. Yeah, Tyson knocked him out. UD. Yep. Tyson's the only person to knock him out. Now, would that have happened to Holmes who was 29, 28? I don't know. Don't know. Middleweight, my favorite division. That's because you're a middleweight, right? Rico, or you? No, what are you? Welter? Middle? You're right around that. Honest question, though. Both Bocoli and George hit hard. Foreman punches a little. We don't know shit about Bocoli yet. So we can't talk about this. Bocoli has never fought anybody, a champion or even a top contender. So, and there's not many. Nah, I don't know yet. I can't tell you. He needs to, What's up, Kenny Porter's right hand? What's up, home skillet? Eon, what up? Prime versus Prime. Who do you reckon wins? I don't know. I need to see more of Usyk. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Mike. I'll tell you what. Prime Mike. I'll tell you why. Usyk enjoys hand speed advantage because he's a natural cruiserweight, but more than anything, people, which is why he enjoys a foot speed advantage over all these big heavyweights. Why when Tyson Fury pulled back, Usyk's feet were so much faster. Tyson pulls back, Usyk's there before Tyson's even done pulling back and he's hitting him. Mike Tyson had faster feet than Usyk and faster hands, and of course hit way harder. Tyson would have destroyed him because Usyk would not enjoy that speed advantage, foot speed or hand speed, but more foot speed because that's really people don't realize that's what Usyk has fast hands, yeah, but foot speed and movement, head movement. Tyson's head and waist movement is way faster than almost any heavyweight ever, especially Usyk. So we've seen Bocoli fight, so we haven't seen him fight top people. So I don't know yet. But from what I've seen so far, no, he doesn't look like it's harder than Foreman. But we gotta see a little more. Get out of here with these fucking weird questions. My emo hoe is here. Peace. Let me talk to her real quick. I want to tell you called her an emo hoe. Let's see how that goes down for the rest of the night. Put her on real quick. Boxing is such a storied long history with amazing fighters. True. You probably think Ali versus Usyk boring. Nah, Ali made every fight exciting. What's up, John Marcos? Is there anyone currently you believe can challenge Usyk? Bocoli, maybe Dubois again. Fury, because arguably Fury beat him twice, or at least we could all agree there was 2 very close fights. So Fury challenged him. Yeah, that's probably it. Maybe somebody up and coming. I'd like to see him fight Bocoli. The rest of those guys, like Zhang might give him a problem because he's so big, but Usyk just is too much output. Why Clarissa fighting in Flint? No money there. I'm from Michigan. I don't know. That's where she's from. That's a tough one. 1966 Ali versus 1986 Mike. Man, don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Mike. Being how Ali, even though it was an older Ali, he had such a problem with a style similar to Mike's, which was Frazier. Mike was just a better version. Probably Mike would eat these heavyweights. Yeah, I believe so. Nah, man. It's Christmas. The sour sop, though, is right here. That's where that is. What's up, YouTube? What up, K-Rix? I don't know about that one. Holyfield might have hit too hard for him. You know? I don't know, though. It's the heavyweight division. You can lose every round till the punch happens. Exactamundo. Budweiser commercial. What up? Prime Lennox versus Prime Mike. That's a good one. I'm going to go with Mike. 1 second, guys. Ugh, I'm back. I'm back, and I'm still not black. Okay. Prime Lennox versus Mike. I got to go with Mike. Prime Mike was just so hard to beat. Jay Pitty, all these athletic people that possibly would have been heavyweight boxers went from MMA during the Klitschko era. Mike Tyson fought a similar guy like Ali. Who? Soursop or Roy Jones? Which do you love more?
Roy.
Say it again.
Roy.
Y'all must have forgot.
She knows. What up, Marco the Dawn? Oh, shit. Appreciate it. Before Usyk versus Fury 2 even started, I knew they would give the fight to the white fighter. Ba-dum-bum. How you have Usyk out top 5, pure craziness. There's an argument for him to be there. I just don't know if I place him there. But there's definitely an argument. But let's not forget that what's putting him now in the top 1 or 5 in all of your minds is the Fury fights. Fights that we can all agree were super close. Arguably that he lost to some people. So why does that put him in the top 5? We all have to choose heavy respect arrows. What's up? Stop motion? Tyrell Biggs? I mean, shit, Mitch Green might have been more. Yeah, Biggs had a slight Ali thing going, but so did Mitch Green. But it was like a Walmart Ali he had. It was like Diet Ali. It was like Ali being sold by the African dudes in Times Square, like right next to the fake Gucci bags. It was that kind of Ali, maybe. Wifey knows, word. Mike Tyson's skills, unpredictable dudes to kill. Yep. Gypsies are from the North India, so they are not white. Okay. What you think about Fury versus Usyk 2? I thought Fury arguably won it, or it was a draw. But I do think Fury technically lost because being that he's so much bigger, he should have had a clear victory. So Usyk is a better fighter overall. Prime Tyson beats Usyk. Oh yeah, Prime Tyson fucks Usyk up. Because I don't know, almost every other fighter dominated. He won a split decision against Joshua the second time. But yeah, no, he won easily. I just, as heavyweight, he didn't really fight that many big names, and I don't know. I want to see a little more. Terrence Crawford was way more dominant. For example, Naoya Inoue has been way more dominant. David Benavidez, Bam Rodriguez, all been way more dominant. Never had 2 fights that questionably they lost. None of them. Bud went, besides before this last fight, went on like an 8 years knockout streak. So get out of here with that. Holmes was Alish. I don't know what that means. Many Russians are Ukrainian. Why are you giving us history lessons? I don't get it. Is Canelo an all-time great? I don't know yet. Probably. But, he's still fighting. Oh, wow. I think Usyk could beat him. We just saw that, the height doesn't matter because Usyk, Fury's way bigger. I think Usyk could beat him. Just Vlad had that power, Eon. If Vlad landed, if that shit detonated, that right hand, I don't know what would happen. Canelo versus the Sun. You're not lying. Those two Fury fights were, yeah. Well, maybe it wasn't close. But it was a split decision. But yeah, maybe it wasn't. I mean, we all knew Usyk beat him that fight. Let's not front. Klitschko versus Klitschko, who wins? I don't know. I always thought Vitality was better. You only care about big names. You hate Usyk because he's beat Fury, a fighter you glaze. I hate that word glaze. It's so stupid. Glaze? What the fuck's that mean? Like, I know what it means. Like, oh, I'm sweating them, but like glaze. That sounds like dipping something in dipping a donut. Logan Paul versus Jake Paul. I don't know. I feel Fury cheated the sport by not coming in tip-top shape. That's how he comes in, J Pitt. That's been his shape. That's his tip-top shape. That's his tip-top shape. That's what he looks like. He beat Vladimir Klitschko looking like that. Benavidez also isn't fighting style hard. Andre gasses after 6 rounds. Okay. Glazing donuts. Daniel Campbell, what up? Many say Prime Fury could beat Prime Mike. No. Most of the time, Mike always beat taller opponents. Usyk said size doesn't matter. Tyson would have beat Fury. I believe. Prime Mike Tyson, 1986 Mike Tyson, arguably beats anybody in history. Arguably. There's some guys who, but that Tyson was no joke. Big props to you for weathering the storm in your young life. Not sure which one you're talking about, what storm exactly you're talking about, but appreciate it. What, the Hell's Kitchen shit or what? Yeah, it's like fucking Gen Z word. Yeah, I know. Mike KO's Fury. You're a man. No, I know what it means. I know what it means, Alberto. Thank you. I know what it literally means. I just think it's a stupid fucking word. A guy that big would have been a target practice for Prime Tyson. Yeah. Yeah. Man, let's not forget Mike's chin. One of the greatest chins. Like the few times he was knocked out, he either just visibly quit, but he was totally fine, or it took 10 or 11 rounds of Buster Douglas, who's 6'4", like 240 or whatever, 230, of landing cleaner shots than a bar of Zest soap right there. Could Mike have made Cruiser? His early fight, he came in, believe it or not, he was like 195 or 200. But no, as he got older, now he couldn't go under, he could barely get under, he probably could have made Cruiser. He probably could have lost 10 pounds. Yeah. He was like 210, 215 early on. But like, so he probably could have dehydrated and done that. Here's the problem. Fury ain't fight like a big man. No, he doesn't. Thoughts? Do you want it? I'm gonna be up for a little bit. He needs to fight like a kangaroo. He needs to fight like a kangaroo. Don't forget Tyson admits to almost not training and being on drugs when he fought Buster. Yeah, but yeah. But I don't think that Tyson could have beat the Buster that night, because the Tyson that fought Ruddock was a monster, but his skills declined. Not his skills, excuse me, his strategy. He left Kevin. He stopped moving his head as much. It declined. It was 1 or 2 punches. I'm gonna get you out. Fuck it. I'm not gonna move my head. So I think it had more to do with him leaving his trainer and the dominance, the power out of the ring, but in the ring, the fear he imposed, that just getting to his head. That's why I think he ended up declining. And of course, he has a lot of personal problems. I don't think he will. I mean, I don't know. I think it's bullshit. Like, he doesn't deserve a title shot within a year. You know what I mean? And that's Mike's record, and I feel like for somebody to beat that record, they should be close to as great as Mike. You know what I mean? But we'll see if he could prove me wrong. He can come in and start knocking these dudes out the sky like he's playing duck hunt now. And he does that, then hey, focus. Yes. No. The answer is no. Mike says the only guy he would be afraid to fight is David Benavidez. Shit. That's why I have David Benavidez over Usyk, top 5 pound for pound. That exact reason. Yep, he was. That's what he says. Him and Bobby Brown. My boy. Let's blame Robin Givens. All right, we could do that. 18. He was 18 when he turned pro. What you mean? A Nintendo, not Sega. By the way you rank pound for pound, Moses Twelman and Daniel Dubois should be higher than. How do you think? You don't know how I rank pound for pound. Why don't you tell me how you think I rank pound for pound? And then we'll get back to that because that's not true. I like Nintendo always better. What was your Tyson Fury scorecard? I don't remember the exact number, but it was 7 rounds to 5 for Fury or a draw, 6-6. Because I mean 10, whatever, you do the math, there was no 10-8s or 10-7s, so. What prime Mike Tyson punch out? Was prime Mike Tyson? Yeah, it was dope. I wouldn't be surprised if Benavidez dominates heavyweight. I don't know about that. That's a little presumptuous, but it could happen. Marco, I hope a girthy girthy?
Tutti frutti!
Girthy?
Tutti frutti!
Why are you saying girthy? Jesus. Oh, and that's wild, Timothy. 9-3? You only gave him 3 rounds? Nah. He won 4 or 5 rounds clear, Usyk. I mean, Fury. 4 to 5 clear, then there were a lot of others were swing. I'll say 4 rounds clear. Clear. And then maybe you could even argue 5 rounds clear. And then there was like 3 or 4 swing rounds. I don't know what he's doing tomorrow. That's wild. Marco, hope you and the fam. It was good. It was good. Appreciate you, man. You too. Rob, weird. Fucking White Cats. Nah, and White Cats are dope. Get out of here. Benavidez won't have the power to dominate heavyweights. You might be right. You might be right. But he might have the speed. Pop, 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 pop. Just like Usyk. Pause on pause. Word. What the heck is Marquise of Queenberry rules? That's the rules of which professional boxing abides by. That's the rules. Stand in a neutral corner, 3-minute rounds, all the rules that professional boxing, that's what it started under. Now it's been amended like our Constitution. That's the Constitution of boxing. Let me put it that way. Marcus of Queensberry rules. Marcus of Queensberry was, I believe, a British royalty or British government official. He's one who started the rules in England, and they evolved over time. Benavidez versus Usyk at cruiser. I don't know. Just cops some 16-ounce gloves. About to go hard on the kickboxing. Kickboxing. You don't do boxing, Rob? You do kickboxing? It is better than the AI robot. Professional boxing organization in Turkey is making boxing wake up. That's a fact. I seen Top Rank going to the zone. Okay. That's why Frank Warren's promotion is called Queensberry Promotions. Exactly. It was British. Marcus of Queensberry rules. Founded in England. You know what I'm saying? And what else we got, people? Oh, man. Honestly, Dave, my boy, but I think Bivol Usyk would. Yeah, they're a little. I don't know. I don't know. We gotta go one step at a time. You know what I mean? We don't know. I mean, he is at light heavyweight now, Benavidez, but I want to go one step at a time. Let's see who he's gonna fight next. He might just wait and try and go for the winner, but if they have another close fight, they might do a triple. Should Chris Rock slap Will Smith back? Yes. I heard Jazzy Jeff, right? DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince being interviewed after the slap, and he goes, "Yo, people say, you know, Will, if it was like somebody else up there who wasn't smaller, you know, Will wouldn't have done that. He goes, let me tell you guys something. I've known Will since we were kids. When he gets to that level, it wouldn't have mattered if Mike Tyson was up there, he would have slapped him." And I was like, there is no way in fucking well, maybe after seeing that Jake Paul fight, but this was before the Paul fight. There is no way in hell he would have slapped Mike. Like, get the fuck. Like, I know that's your boy. And I defend my boys too, but I wouldn't say some outrageous shit. I would say maybe like I know he if it I know we would have I would have said like he might have wanted to do something to whoever, but I wouldn't go, come on. Now you just sound like glazing. Would that be glazing? Because that shit looked like an entire Krispy Kreme donut to me. I don't know. I actually heard not. I heard it's Logan Paul's fighting McGregor. That's what I heard. CB4 versus 8 Mile. I don't really like 8 Mile. I like CB4 better. He's trying to hype his boy up. Shit. Turkey will cut the. You could have said MMA. You could have said something. Nah, get the fuck out of here, Jay. Nah. No. No. It was a bitch move for two reasons. One, the dude's way smaller, not known as a fighter. Two, it was almost a sucker punch. You walked up like nothing, then out of nowhere did it. You know what I mean? In a way, it was a sucker punch. He wasn't coming at him with that energy. Like, you know what I mean? You know how many times I've said if I'm about to fight, I'm like, yo, put up your hands. Like, if I feel like the person doesn't know, I don't just walk up and that's bullshit. Did you see Oscar in the thong in the clapback today? I don't know. What's your advice to young? I saw something. So I saw Bill Haney put up pictures of him. What's your advice to young boxers who spar without headgear? What's your health concerns? You should wear headgear. Simple. Yeah, he does. He does. Iman. Pretty good too, considering he just started doing it not too long ago. Probably his way of like connecting with his pops. Should Ngannou appeal the Fury elbow? Oh Jesus. You say some weird shit, YouTube. Some of it's funny, some of it's weird though. What if the headgear cheap? Better than no headgear. Doesn't matter if somebody takes Bounty and just wraps it around their fucking head, or Charmin. Something's better than nothing. What changes do you think? I have no idea, man. Tio doesn't need that much tactical changes. He needs like, I think he would benefit from like somebody who would help him emotionally and like um encouragement and like firing him up. Like that's what he needs. Yeah, what's his face? Eddie Reynoso. Should New York trains over? I don't know, man. Tio needs game plans. I don't know. Tio knows what to do. He's been fighting a long time. He just gets unmotivated. I think he gets slightly insecure, like not confident. He loses confidence sometimes, up and down. When I sparred in the 70s, a lot of concussions happen in sparring, so always spar headgear. Word. That's a fact. I luckily never got a concussion. Tio, or at least not one I was aware of. Tio just won a payday, then he's out. What's up, Ivan? Wouldn't mind seeing Tio versus Stevenson. Yeah, that'd be fun. Tio versus anybody's fun. He's such an exciting fighter and talented fighter. Who did you have in the Dev versus Ryan rematch? Who do I have? I can't go against Ryan. Like, yeah, there might have been some drugs at play, but it was just such a dominant performance. Um, and Ryan didn't even seem like he was in shape because he was like Victorville rolling half the fight, not really like putting his foot on the gas. Then when he did put his foot on the gas, it was domination. Thoughts on Devin Haney scandal? What, with his wife? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't really care about that. Tio wouldn't be able to touch Shakur. Come on. You know how fast Tio is and how skilled he is? I'm not saying he might not beat him. I'm not even saying he'll beat him. I'm not sure. But he'll touch him. Oh, slugs go touchy, touchy. What lyric is that from? See who gets it. Slugs go touchy, touchy. Lyrically above me. Who knows? Who knows? Who said that? Shakur would run. I bet you Clarissa will know it. Shakur would run all night. I don't know. Maybe. He had trouble with Ortiz. He sure did. I can't see Dev getting buzzaweed like that twice. Never heard of buzzsawed. I don't know why I saw buzzaweed. Maybe. It is not Method Man. Incorrect. Shakur admitted that Valdez hurt him, so I'm sure Shakur could touch him. I don't think he said he hurt him. I think it was more like, oh, he caught me. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. It is absolutely Biggie. Yes, some may not take it seriously. I think Tio would make him fight, especially in the middle and late rounds. Yeah, Tio will keep his foot on the gas. Is it an East Coast guy? Yeah, we already did that. We already figured that one out. What do you think I'm going to quote Domino or Too Short? Bitch! There's my Too Short quote. What, you think I'm going to quote Nelly or Cash Money Millionaires? I don't fucking... think I'm going to quote Pow Wow? Sorry, Clarissa, but you probably love him. If it's light sparring, then it might be okay as long as it ain't full contact. Exactly. Light's okay. Knox, I know you some dudes from the South. Tio would do unimaginable things to Shakur. You mean like gay? Unimaginable? You mean unimaginable like
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
That's not what you mean, right? I couldn't pick Chingy out of a lineup. I have no idea what he even looks like. I had 15 concussions back in the day. You should learn how to duck better, my friend. Ducking and just raise your hand up. That'll spare you a lot more concussions. He would rearrange Shakur. Alberto, I forgot. It's been a minute since. Alberto is strictly just...
Oh, that's racist.
If the fighter's Hispanic, he'll just... Doesn't matter. Yeah, word. I saw Nelly perform. He did a few of his songs. Nelly has my birthday. Nelly's pretty dope, actually. I'm not a fan of that, like, whatever. He's Midwest, right? St. Louis, Midwest, I guess. Or just Middle America. I don't know what Missouri is supposed to be, but I like him. I like him for the most part. I would spar heavyweight for money. My favorite One of my favorite non-East Coast dudes is I like Ludacris. Yeah, that's Midwest, right? Technically, Rob, you would get ran off any LA block. T.O. Duck Shakur, that's old news. I mean, come on. Jay-Z. Jay-Z's the greatest.
Get the fuck out of here! You must be out of your goddamn mind!
No, he's not. Good. One of the most successful financially, yes, but roll out. Not my favorite, man. What was it? I got a midget hanging from my necklace. Did he say something like that? That was funny. Fill cups like double D's. Greatest rhyme stealer. There you go. I don't know if he's a stealer or not, but don't make me play my song with Big. All you guys in here know that I got a song with Big. Don't make me play it, because I'll do it. Big Pun, Biggie, Big Daddy Kane. A lot of bigs in those names. Pac, Eminem. Heard Redman's new out. Yeah, well, Redman's dope. I don't think kids these days want to hear his style. That's just the problem. Boots looking bad right now. Yeah, he is. That's true. Nas, Big Pun, Miss Act better than Jay. Yep, agreed. That's true too. Kind of like we talk about that. Kind of like Salvador Sanchez. Died at 23. How could he be a great? It's a good point. Pac had way more albums, but he also only had a short career. Why don't you send it to a record label? Why? My thing? Because they tell me to go fuck myself, white boy. Jay-Z got destroyed by Nas. I never took him serious after that. You can't get destroyed. That's all subjective. It's all subjective. It's like some people like it more, some people like it less. You don't get destroyed by anybody. You only get destroyed when, I mean, I guess numbers wise, but you know what I mean? Like back in the day, that was all radio shit. You had no idea what was listened to more and that they weren't for sale. Now, maybe the only way you could tell who wins is which one maybe got downloaded more. Like that's otherwise, it's all subjective, just like boxing, just like scorecards, just like this Fury or more so Bivol better be a fight. That's all subjective. I'm wearing AirPods, my little bro. Heard that. Nas got cooked. Eon, that track wasn't a shake up the streets. Either 1000 just try. I prefer underground MCs than mainstream rappers like Jay. Word, like Big Eel, William Hung, and Ice JJ Fish are better.
What you talking about, Willis?
You must be out of your...
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
Do you usually make those names up? That sounds like out of a Dr. Seuss nursery rhyme book. JJ Fish and William Hung. What the fuck is that? Sound bites are out loud. I can never listen to this show with earbuds. Mine? Well, fix your shit, Alberto. No, I don't mean get the fuck out to you. Just it's all good. Jay-Z never had one hot year. Jay-Z got married to Beyonce, and that's what I'm not even playing. That's what started it. It did. It had a big thing to do with like one being one of the first power couples type shit. Also being a first billionaire or first hip hop billionaire or whatever. She's first something. Jay-Z. I ain't ever listening to somebody that has the word fish in their fucking name. Facts, bro. I had everyone looking at me. Beyonce just performed her hometown for a theme. 2 points. E40 and Mac Dre had better careers than Jay-Z. No. Careers, Jay-Z has one of the best careers, but it's all personal preference. Who was better? Yeah. But fuck, you know who the highest grossing hip hop artist of all time is? Who sold the most albums by far? I'll give you a hint. What he is starts with K and ends with Wrecker. You from LA? Why you rapping Bay artists? Exactly. It's looking like we don't have any big fights till February. Yep, that's only about a month away though. Can't tell me you hear Empire State of Mind and don't feel. No, I do. It's a dope song. Dope song. But oh man. Anyway, all right, people. I'm gonna bounce. This was fun. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah, Lisa Keys is dope. She grew up in Hell's Kitchen, by the way. Grew up in my hood. Peace.